Everything begins some time ago, when a sudden zombie outbreak tears through human civilization. The dead, and even those about to be buried, somehow rise again and attack anyone still alive. One bite is all it takes to turn a normal person into a zombie. The chaos spreads everywhere, and the number of infected grows fast. The only way to stop these creatures is by destroying the head and the brain. With cities overrun and corpses filling the streets, the remaining survivors gather in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, building a camp and searching nearby towns for food and supplies.
Unburied human corpses are returning to life and feeding on the living.
We then move into the present day, where two survivors, Riley and Mike, are scouting a small town they plan to loot. From a distance, they watch the zombies wandering the streets, moving almost like they are still stuck in memories from their human lives. Among them is a towering zombie known as Big Daddy, who seems unusually aware of Riley and Mike watching him. Thankfully, the two slip away before he can react. It is clear the world has changed. This is Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead.
Somewhere else, a supply crew led by a man named Cholo disposes of freshly killed zombies. Cholo's team is heavily armed and uses a massive armored vehicle called Dead Reckoning. Riley and Mike meet up with Charlie, a survivor marked by a large scar on his face, and the three of them join Cholo's group on another supply run. To clear a path, they set off fireworks so the zombies will focus on the bright lights above. While the distraction works, Riley warns Cholo that these zombies are changing. They are learning, communicating, and might one day move together with purpose. That is why Riley insists they finish quickly and return with everyone alive. It is also the last day Riley plans to work with Cholo. The fireworks soon fill the night sky, pulling the zombies' attention upward and giving the team time to collect what they need. But the distraction ends too soon, and Riley and Charlie have not yet retrieved the medical supplies. Zombies begin to emerge again, closing in on the scattered crew. Riley radios Cholo to check his location. Cholo explains that he is inside a liquor store with his son figure, Foxy, along with Mike. Riley tells him to get out now because things are getting dangerous. Cholo ignores the warning and keeps pushing deeper into the store. Moments later, a zombie lunges at him. Foxy raises his weapon but freezes in fear, leaving Cholo to fight the creature off on his own.
Stop being a pussy, man.
Right after the liquor store incident, Mike reaches behind the counter to grab a pack of cigarettes. He does not realize a zombie is hiding there, and in an instant, the creature grabs his hand and bites down. Riley and Charlie arrive just moments later. Riley tries to help, but Mike already understands what this means. He knows he will turn sooner or later. Cholo raises his weapon, prepared to end it quickly, but before anyone can act, Mike takes Riley's gun and ends his own life. With the mission compromised and another teammate gone, Riley calls an end to the night. The group pulls out of the area while Big Daddy watches them leave. He tries to grab one of them, but only manages to pull away a weapon dropped in the chaos. The team returns to base, exhausted and shaken. There, Cholo and the others stare at an advertisement for Fiddler's Green, a towering luxury high-rise where the wealthy live in total comfort. Ordinary citizens are forced to survive outside its walls in poverty. Everything in the city is controlled by a powerful businessman named Paul Kaufman, who also funds the Dead Reckoning vehicle for supply runs and zombie control. This is why Cholo dreams of one day retiring inside that exclusive building. Around the same time, Riley confronts Cholo about Mike's death. Riley is frustrated, but Cholo treats the incident as just another consequence of the job. He seems more focused on earning his place in Fiddler's Green than on the loss of another man. Riley warns him that the people who live there will never accept someone like him, but Cholo insists on proving otherwise. He gathers a box of liquor and cigarettes as an offering for Kaufman, while Riley and Charlie decide to leave. Security throughout the city is tight. Hired soldiers work under Kaufman, guarding a zone that is surrounded by 3 large rivers and protected by electric barricades.
It's like they've learned they can't get in.
As Riley makes his way through the streets, he meets a homeless friend whose child is sick. Riley quietly hands over some medicine before moving on. Meanwhile, Cholo arrives at Fiddler's Green and speaks with a guard who tells him Kaufman is out. As Cholo waits, he hears strange sounds coming from one of the apartments. He forces the door open and discovers a grim scene. A man has taken his own life, his wife sobs uncontrollably, and their son tries to help. The father, already infected, suddenly rises and bites the boy. Cholo reacts quickly, striking the man down before security can arrive. He leaves the apartment without waiting for questions.
What the hell's going on here?
Sometime later, Riley and Charlie head to a workshop to pick up the car Riley recently bought. He plans to use it to leave the city for good, but he quickly discovers he has been scammed. The vehicle is nowhere to be found, and all his savings are gone. Frustrated, Riley tracks down the seller, a man named Chihuahua, at a nearby casino. Chihuahua acts clueless and promises he will bring a replacement car, but Riley knows something is off. While he waits, a loud commotion catches Riley's attention. A brutal arena show is underway, featuring two zombies painted in black and red being pitted against each other. The crowd cheers as a woman named Slack is used as bait to provoke the creatures. Riley steps in and shoots the zombies to save her, sending the entire casino into a panic. In the chaos, Chihuahua pulls a gun and fires at Riley, but Slack reacts fast and pushes Riley out of the way, taking the bullet in her arm instead. Chihuahua tries to escape, but Charlie stops him with a single precise shot to the head. Moments later, the police arrive and arrest Riley, Charlie, and Slack. Inside the holding cell, Slack explains that Chihuahua was not just a car seller, he was a major figure in the casino business and one of Kaufman's men. Killing him, even in self-defense, puts all three of them behind bars. Meanwhile, Big Daddy and his growing horde of zombies reach the city's outer barricades. Big Daddy signals one of his stronger followers to break through with a butcher's cleaver. Once a large opening is carved out, he peers inside and finds a horrifying sight. Several zombies have been strung upside down and used as target practice by the military. The discovery fills him with rage and pushes the horde forward with new determination. In another part of the city, Cholo finally gets his audience with Kaufman and brings a box of expensive liquor as a token of loyalty. After years of dangerous work collecting supplies for Fiddler's Green, Cholo believes he has earned a place inside the luxury tower. But Kaufman brushes him off, saying the waiting list is long and full of important people. Cholo quickly realizes it is an excuse. Kaufman never intended to let someone like him live among the elite. Kaufman orders security to remove him and declares that his services are no longer needed. The words cut deep, and as the guard tries to force him out, Cholo fights back, disarming the man and knocking him unconscious. Later that night, Cholo and his crew track down the head guard who oversees Dead Reckoning. Their plan is simple: kill him and take the armored vehicle for themselves, but before they can make their move, Big Daddy's horde breaks through the city's perimeter fence.
Shit, man, you win. You got it right.
Nothing there, man.
The border guards are overwhelmed in seconds, torn apart as the zombies flood in. Cholo and his men use the chaos to their advantage and escape with Dead Reckoning. Once they are safely away, Cholo contacts Kaufman. Kaufman instantly realizes Cholo has gone rogue, and panic sets in. Desperate, he agrees to hear Cholo out. Cholo demands $5 million and threatens to destroy Fiddler's Green if he does not get it. He also insists the money be placed on a boat at Riverside Pier and delivered by one person. As soon as the call ends, Kaufman has no intention of paying. Instead, he orders the police to release Riley. Riley is brought before Kaufman, who offers him a deal: bring back Dead Reckoning, stop Cholo and his men, and in return receive a fully loaded vehicle and permission for him and his friends to leave Pittsburgh for good. Riley accepts, knowing this is his only real chance for freedom.
There's one more thing, my friends. They go with me.
Take him.
Meanwhile, Cholo positions one of his men, Mouse, at Riverside Pier to wait for the supposed money drop. Cholo takes Dead Reckoning and circles the outskirts of the city, trying to stay ahead of anyone sent to stop him. Mouse spots a small shack near the pier and decides to hide there while he waits. Back in the city, Slack and Charlie are released so they can join Riley on the mission. Kaufman, still worried, assigns an escort team to travel with them. The group includes Motown, Manolete, and Pillsbury, a large and intimidating soldier. They head toward the nearest checkpoint, which has already fallen into chaos because of the zombie attack. Riley tells Charlie and the others to find a vehicle while he and Manolete search for ammunition. Inside the military armory, they discover infected soldiers feeding on their own comrades. Riley and Manolete take them out quickly and collect as many supplies as they can carry. When they return to the others and prepare to leave, another zombie suddenly attacks. It throws its own severed head, and in that moment of distraction, bites into Manolete's arm.
Charlie?
Go!
As the vehicle speeds away, the team realizes he will soon turn. Slack makes the difficult choice and ends his suffering before the infection takes hold.
Dad is dead.
After traveling for some time, Riley orders Motown to stop the vehicle. He reveals that he placed a tracker on Dead Reckoning long before any of this started. He can locate Cholo whenever he wants, and when they find him, Riley plans to take the vehicle back immediately. Motown and Pillsbury hesitate, but Riley points out their options. Work with him or get out now and face the zombies alone. Knowing the odds, both agree to follow his plan. After waiting a long time at the pier, Mouse still sees no sign of Kaufman or the money drop. He reports the situation to Cholo, who begins arming the missiles on Dead Reckoning.
No boat, no money, no nothing. Load the six-packs.
Six-pack loaded.
Before Mouse can move to a safer spot, he hears the groans of zombies outside the small shack he is hiding in. He fires at the first one that appears, but several more close in from all sides. In seconds, Mouse is overwhelmed. Meanwhile, Big Daddy and his growing horde reach the edge of the river. Unsure how to cross, Big Daddy steps into the water and sinks. To everyone's surprise, he walks along the riverbed unharmed. The entire horde follows him across, heading straight toward the heart of the human settlement. Not long after, Riley and his team locate Dead Reckoning. Riley and Charlie block its path, trying to force Cholo to stop. Pillsbury decides he has had enough of Kaufman's control and switches sides, knocking out Motown and helping Slack hide while they cover Riley and Charlie. Cholo halts Dead Reckoning and trains the vehicle's weapons on Riley and Charlie. He already knows Kaufman must have sent Riley to stop him. Convinced he has been betrayed on all sides, Cholo prepares to fire the missiles.
Hey, Riley, so how'd you get up here?
I tracked her with this.
Open up.
Hey, what are you, fucking nuts?
Open. But Kaufman said you have to take care of me?
Yeah.
At the same time, Big Daddy's horde breaks into the main camp and attacks anyone in sight. Motown regains consciousness and heads straight toward Dead Reckoning. Inside the vehicle, Cholo attempts to launch an attack on the city, but Riley uses the tracking device to disable the weapon systems.
What the fuck did you do, man? Fix it!
Motown arrives and opens fire on both Riley and Cholo, but Riley pushes Cholo out of the way, and the shot hits Cholo in the stomach instead. Before Motown can fire again, a zombie ambushes her from behind. With no other choice, Slack and Pillsbury shoot both the zombie and Motown to protect the group. Charlie reacts quickly as well, knocking Foxy's gun aside and turning their weapons on Cholo's remaining men. With the fight settled, Riley and his team finally take control of Dead Reckoning. Elsewhere, Kaufman attempts to flee the collapsing city while carrying a bag of cash. One of his partners spots him, but Kaufman distracts the man and shoots him to keep the money for himself.
Watch out, get out, quick!
Around this time, Riley contacts Kaufman to report that Cholo has been captured. But before he can finish, a massive explosion rises from the human camp. Riley realizes the zombies have crossed the river and are now attacking the city. He relays the news to Kaufman, then turns his focus to helping any survivors still trapped inside. He lets Cholo leave with Foxy in their vehicle, choosing instead to push forward toward the battlefield. Riley, Slack, Charlie, Pillsbury, and two of Cholo's former crew members who know how to operate Dead Reckoning begin planning their next move. Their goal is to reach the electric gate controls and open an escape route for anyone still alive inside the city. Meanwhile, Cholo and Foxy head toward their vehicle, planning to disappear before things get worse. But out of nowhere, a zombie lunges at Cholo from behind and sinks its teeth into his arm. Foxy reacts instantly and raises his gun, giving Cholo a choice: live or die. Cholo refuses to be put down. Instead, he embraces the bite and declares that he wants to join the undead, using his new form to seek revenge on Kaufman. As one last favor to his friend, Foxy escorts him to the entrance of Fiddler's Green, then leaves him there to face his fate. Inside Fiddler's Green, chaos breaks loose as Big Daddy's horde storms the building. Zombies tear through the halls and attack the wealthy residents who once believed they were untouchable. A handful manage to escape and race toward the edge of the city, only to find themselves trapped behind an electric fence. At the same time, Riley and his team arrive at the system control room. Riley climbs down alone to lower the bridge so they can reach the far side of the electric barrier. Before he can return, a zombie attacks him. Dead Reckoning also becomes swarmed by zombies climbing over its armor.
I didn't get a shot.
Riley fights off his attacker and ultimately destroys it by crushing its head in the bridge's hydraulic machinery. With zombies covering the vehicle, Slack urges Riley to enter from the roof hatch.
Roll!
They do not realize that one zombie is clinging to the back as they start moving again. The team drives toward the gate and launches fireworks into the air, hoping the creatures will fall for the same distraction as before. But this time, the zombies are smarter. They ignore the lights completely.
We're fucked.
Elsewhere, Kaufman and his assistant Alan attempt to flee in a luxury car. Big Daddy cuts them off. Alan escapes on foot, dropping a bag of keys in his panic. Kaufman remains trapped inside the vehicle as Big Daddy breaks through the window and pours gasoline inside. Then he walks away, leaving Kaufman alone.
Careful when you open that door. Come back, Mr. Kane!
Kaufman climbs out to retrieve the keys, only to be confronted by zombie Cholo. The two grapple as Big Daddy returns again, this time rolling a gas cylinder toward the gasoline-soaked street. The impact triggers a massive explosion that ends both Cholo and Kaufman. Back at the fence line, Dead Reckoning reaches the far side of the barrier. But it is already too late. The zombies have overrun the population, and the fireworks trick no longer works. With no other way to save the remaining civilians, the team launches missiles into the horde and clears the area.
Shoot.
Sky flowers don't work no more.
A short time later, survivors who had been hiding begin to emerge. They regroup and start planning how to rebuild their shattered city. Riley, however, sticks to his original plan. He intends to head north. As they prepare to leave, one last zombie manages to sneak aboard Dead Reckoning, but Pillsbury quickly throws it out. Soon after, the group spots Big Daddy and a few remaining zombies walking in the distance. The team wants to eliminate them, but Riley stops them. He sees that the zombies are moving away peacefully, searching for a place of their own. The story closes with Dead Reckoning driving toward Canada, fireworks lighting up the sky behind it as the team heads into an uncertain but hopeful future. So the moral of the story is never trust real estate ads, never buy a car from a guy named Chihuahua, and if fireworks stop working on zombies, it is time to run for your life instead of trying to be a hero.